but he's had 4 in rally. He's had a head-to-head with Colin McRae, but surely now, Jen, he's got to keep his cool because he's starting from pole position.
I pick him to be pretty competitive here where he's on the inside in pole position, but Andy Scott's not going to let him get away with a win easily here. David Binks could also be competitive in that fast forward, and David Higgins in the Subaru, what an incredibly competitive heat.
Travis Pastrana, therefore, with the Dodge Dart. He's on the pole position. He's got the tight line into the first corner. Now let's see who can start. Go! Brilliant! David Binks is wheel to wheel with Travis Pastrana. And Andy Scott goes to second position.
Oh, no!
This has never been seen before. Who can get it going? There is David Higgins. David Higgins, but we've had a red flag. So they're going to restart. Jen, I didn't have that one in the script.
Incredible pileup in the first corner. That's what you're going to see. That first corner is really critical. It's important to try and be there first.
Now we're going to have a brand new race. This is how it started. We're on board with Travis Pastrana. 1, 2, 3. And now he's on the brakes. He's hard. And he gets knocked. Oh, that's... And they mend the car.
Just nobody backs down there, and Travis ends up in the wall. I think they probably can fix the wall. Let's watch it happen here. Travis going deep into the corner. Andy Scott just gets him right behind there.
David Higgins stays out of trouble. I thought that David Binks in the purple Serve Ford Fiesta got it. Andy Scott was a little bit cheeky there with the Scott Eklund Saab, and 3 of them went in. Untouched, of course, out of shot is the Subaru. And actually, the Ford Fiesta of David Binks was pretty undamaged. But I think that Dodge Dart might have real trouble with its suspension, Jen.
I think we're going to have to see what happens. They're going to take it back to the pits. He's obviously very disappointed. He's talking to his spotter there. He cannot believe what has just happened. He was out front. He thought he had it, and somebody came into him from behind. So we'll have to see what his mechanics can get to there. But the smart move was to back off a little bit and keep out of trouble, so you've got a full car.
Here is Andy Scott from Scotland coming around to reassume his starting position. There's a little bit of damage on the front right-hand side of his Saab, but I don't think it's going to affect any steering or tracking or a potential for a puncture underneath the Saab there. But we've got 3 Brits all lined up there, and that is a long way out there, and I think that left rear is going to be in trouble. And poor old Travis Pastrana, Jen, he's had a rough year and he's had a bad time at XGames Rallycross over the past 12 months. Last August he tried the best trick and he landed hard, and then the day after he so bravely got back in the Subaru even with a broken ankle, and he hit the wall hard. And then the GRC this year, starting in Charlotte, he got punted into the wall. And then when we went to Texas, there was a spin. What needs to go right for poor Travis at the moment?
So tough. Dislocated his shoulder and couldn't keep going around that corner.
Now, we are going to see if Travis is going to be able to get out of the car, because he might actually be so close up against the wall, Jen, that he can't get out of the driver's door. Will he be able to climb across where the co-driver's seat would normally be in a rally car and get out? He's still in the car, Jen.
Yeah, he is. It's not going to be easy for him to get out of the car. The drivers are instructed to stay in their cars. If an incident happens in racing, it's actually the safest place to be with the roll cage and the seat belts. So he's allowed to move now that the safety team's there with him, and they can extract the car. Good for you, Travis, getting out of the passenger side there. It's a bit of a crawl.
Well, also, of course, it's in the very nature of a rally driver, whether or not you're going through the forests in Canada or in the north or somewhere, or whether you're here at a rallycross, to stay with your car. If you can limp it back to the pits, you're always going to have a chance that the guys in your crew can mend it.
And Travis did back-to-back championships in the Rally America Series here in the United States. Very competitive driver, and yes, he has limped his car home a number of times. He also knows what his mechanics can do. He's got a great veteran team there that's going to do the Red Bull, get that Red Bull discount tire Dodge Dart back in shape for him. And off he goes back to the pits. What a disappointment. Let's hope his mechanics can get it back together in time for the final.
Well, he's being brought back to the pits as we speak. The other 3 cars are ready and waiting to get this heat back underway. under this searing sunshine. But you got to believe, Jen, that even the cool of Travis Pastrana is being pushed and then some. He's got a look in his eye. He's got to stare. I don't think he's blinked for the last 2 minutes.
No, and that's him talking to his team there. There's actually his manager and his team manager there talking to race officials to see if a decision is going to be made about Andy Scott and whether he will receive a black flag disqualification.
Now let's just replay and see what has happened. Now, Travis Pastrana's in the light blue car. Scott punts him with the red and white Saab. David Binks with the purple Fiesta has nowhere to go, and then the orange flashes with the Subaru is untouched. What a sequence of events for Travis Pastrana, and Erin can catch up with him.
Tough luck continues for Travis Pastrana. Travis, you are fired right up right now. Talk us through the disbelief.
Well, we got such a great car. The guys at Dodge, Red Bull, I mean, everybody, we come out, we work so hard. We qualify second. Ken doesn't win his heat. We win that heat. We're sitting pole for the final. I had a great shot to win this thing. Now even if I take Bryce out of the second car and we go to the LCQ and maybe we come through, we've got no, I mean, I shouldn't say no chance. I mean, the team's great, but it's ridiculous. The first turn of the first heat, man, we finally set ourselves up to do well, and just it's just really frustrating. But
disappointing moment for Travis Pastrana.
Jen, you summed it up when he dislocated his shoulder at Texas a couple of weeks ago. He was shaking in pain, but here he's shaking with anger. Poor Travis Pastrana.